The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We've been talking with Dr. Marc Pietropaoli, owner of Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement. We're going to talk about your V-Fit rehab program. But first, I wanted to ask you, from your opinion and from your age standpoint, as well as being a doctor, how important is it to supplement with
chocolate,
the right foods, the right foods and the right supplements, whether it be vitamin D, K2, and other things like that for bone health?
Yeah, I think that leads right into the best way to do that is to know what your individual genetics are versus yours versus mine. And that's kind of how we do it. We have a genetic-based nutrition program. There are some supplements involved. There is a genetic-based diet. So you would swab your mouth. We would figure out from your DNA what the best diet is for you, what the best supplements are for you, what your food sensitivities, allergies, intolerances are, and all those things, and be able to give you the very personalized, individualized advice on that.
All right. I'm going to interrupt.
Great.
Have you ever met those people that
never done that before?
That eat,
that's new.
They're choking on all these vitamins and supplements, the drinking fountain,
right? And then they die.
It seems pretty. It sometimes seems a little goofy. But you said something where you're not just, hey, take this, it's better for this. You're checking the blood, I'm guessing that's where it is, and saying, okay, you're short of this.
Checking their actual DNA, but we do blood. We can do blood work. And
you're
things
checking
like that,
their actually DNA. So go there a little bit. So again, you guys are probably cousins because you're Italian. I'm not related. So the DNA says what should be addressed. Is that what you're saying?
The DNA says what your ideal diet is, believe it or not. So like a lot of people, I shouldn't eat carbs, or I need to have a high protein diet, or I need to go carnivore or whatever. You don't really know that for sure unless you check your genetics. Okay, what's best for you?
How do you do that?
It's just a simple mouth swab. There's no needles. There's no...
The needles come later.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's the same thing you would do to look at your lineage,
yes.
like where you're from.
Exactly. Yep. And then you have a registered dietitian who works with you for 3 months to help with that. So initially, there is we were talking about intermittent fasting. That is kind of, for the people who do need to lose weight, not everybody does. Some people just want to get their diet optimized, right? Sure. A lot of people want to lose some weight. Decrease their inflammation in their body, because fat increases weight, but it also increases inflammation, and then all those PRP and the stem cells and all that stuff don't work as well as they could with all that inflammation.
And here's the other thing too, Steve, that when people take the supplements, the way that you take them and the quality of the vitamin also plays into, if it's going to be functional or not. My daughter had a habit, she's the one who moved down to Georgia there. She had a habit of buying all these over-the-counter cheap vitamins. So she came back with, I'm saying no less than 15 different pills, right? But half of them aren't absorbed properly into the body. How do you help people take them that it's actually utilized?
Or is it
by
the right
body?
stuff?
The great news is you get an expert who knows how to talk about that stuff, and that's what we have. I'm not a registered dietitian. I can give you my own 2 cents on that, but that's why we have experts who help you with that.
See, I think a lot of people think that because you're a doctor, it says MD after your name, you know all this cold, that
you have to, you have to delegate, and you have to know who is best for what. You have to know a little bit about everything, but you can't be an expert at everything. That dietitian doesn't know how to do the surgery. I know how to do the surgery. I know how to do the injections or harvest the bone marrow.
So people that have maybe heard you on the radio and heard you out there and heard your name out there, home of knee repair, not knee replacement. You've got. You talk to a lot of people that have been told, you know what? It's bone on bone. It's only a matter of time. Stand in line, go through PT, do this, do that, and eventually we'll voompa, my words, not yours, to do that. And you have a different option. Is that fair?
Exactly. I think, like you said, whether it's a knee or a shoulder or hip or whatever, we see a lot of people with all those areas. The knee is probably most common, but yeah, they may have gone through the whole system, nothing worked, and they're told, hey, you need a knee replacement, and you're like, well, I don't want a knee replacement, I don't want to have surgery. Okay, then just suck it up. You have to just wait, and when you do want it, you'll come talk to me. So those are like the two options. We're saying there's a third option. There's ways to use your own body's ability to heal itself to naturally help yourself heal and repair that knee. Right. We can't make an 81-year-old knee look like an 18-year-old knee, but maybe if you have the right diet and you do all that stuff proactively ahead of time, your knee won't get to that point either. You
as an orthopedic surgeon, you could be making a great living doing 10 knee jobs a day. And you said,
I used to do that.
Okay. Yeah. And you said, no, I'm going this way.
Yeah.
That's major change of momentum, isn't it?
Yes. I think it started kind of full circle. Big incisions, little tiny incisions. Hey, maybe we don't need to do any incisions.
There you go.
And that's kind of the evolution. Hence, people know us as Victory Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Our name is now Victory in Motion. As the practice has evolved, our name has evolved. And so we are more about regenerative medicine, helping your body heal itself. If you still need a surgery, I can still do a surgery, a minimally invasive surgery. And a lot of times we'll supplement that with great diet, with the regenerative medicine, the biologics, things like that.
September 25th, you're having some kind of big kumbaya. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's my birthday 2 days before that.
Oh, okay. So that is out at your office.
We're having a birthday party. No. It's
open house. What's going on?
We're calling it, well, it's called a launch party, but yeah, it's kind of an open house launch party. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have changed our name and our brand, so it's kind of a rebranding a little bit as well, Victory Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We keep in the Victory name because that's been very important since 2001. And it's Victory in Motion. We're concentrating more on all these things that we were just talking about.
Right.
More total body, more holistic approach. And so it's going to be great. We're going to have Sam, who was on this show, who went through it. He's going to be there with his band playing. We're going to have food. We're going to have music. We're going to have, hopefully you guys there. We're going to have a ribbon cutting. We're going to have some legislators there, and then who cares about that, right? We care about. We're going to have live demos. We're going to have. We're going to show people how an MRI works, how an X-ray works, how an ultrasound works, how laser works, how this total body fitness. We're going to answer questions about the genetic-based nutrition, all those things, and then we're going to have giveaways. So who doesn't like giveaways? Wait, you got to hear what these giveaways are.
Yeah,
it's a luxury spa day at Merbeau. Who doesn't want that?
Very nice.
A handheld laser. That's like $3,500. So they're going to be a raffle for that. There's going to be other giveaways.
What's the laser? What do we do with the laser?
Well, we're going to come sign up. Go to victoryinmotion.com. Go to victoryinmotion.com. Sign up. There's a link. It'll be there. Or you can call our number if you like calling, 315-685-7544. 315-685-7544. I'm doing your job, but the point is like, we'll go over all that. Come to the party. It'll be great.
But it's when people can walk in, kick the tires.
Absolutely.
And I think everybody has.
You're not going to get a shoulder
September
surgery.
25th. It's a Thursday, September 25th, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So it's not like, it's not like early in the morning or late at night. It's a great time, 3 to 6 p.m. It's rolling. Come by anytime you want. There's you have to get there at 3 or anything like that.
Okay, so
show up at
Dr.
5:45.
Marc Pietropaoli, just look at victoryinmotion.com because you're not going to be able to spell Pietropaoli.
That's right.
And they can have questions and things. But other than that, they can call and say, you know what, can I get, because I know you have, I'll call them consultations. People can call and say, what's the process?
Yeah.
What is, so if they can't make the event, that's fine.
Please.
But call the 685-7544. Your people are great on the phone. We've talked to them. They'll explain the process and the steps and the timeline. So thanks for being here, Marc from victoryinmotion.com. Tom.